Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Go, go. 120! 5'9", 5'9". Get that quarterback!
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go, great.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go. Kill.
Check nickel. Check. Hot.
Protein spill. Switch. Hey, 57. Recon,
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Defense. Let's go, defense.
Kill.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag outs, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Right there. 54, right there.
Wentz to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 19. From the red zone now, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive line's had to pass block.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Trenton Cannon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
2nd and 6. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
56 is the mic.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set, ready. Set, guys. Get the flag. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You got it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Howard on second down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
With the score, Eagles 7, Vikings nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
74.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Switch.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That was a really nice run there to bring up third and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. That's complete to, I think, a Whiteside. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down, Eagles.
Wentz now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Wentz now to throw. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. Hatch it.
X3, 218, chopper.
Watch the fly.
Sunday.
Mike, 55. Check.
Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. An Eagle first down. Wentz to Ertz.
They had two tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Go. 280.
54 Mike. Been a long day for you.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. And fights him off. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Backwards, it's third and very long.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now back to throw. And Diggs has it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to fire one deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
They'll look to throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Check, ready. Mike the flag. Zoom, zoom. 56. Here we go, here we go. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check, check, check.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
One more time, it's Cannon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Looking to throw. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first down, Cannon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You ain't going nowhere. Wide.
2nd and 4. And this is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
I'm going to come back to you.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that's a 7-play drive. Ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now wins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 10.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Cannon. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run on 1st down. Howard. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Shit. Two Jack. Check three.
To throw, it's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check. 81. Good. Check right 54. Right 50.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run with Cannon. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On second down, it's Cannon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second down now, it's Cannon. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. They'll run again with Cannon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. On first down, Cannon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
I mean, people are watching this one right here who gave up because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Go. 180. Push. 2-0.
Now Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
30.
Watch 55. Yo. 55.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's line two. They 4-2.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
14.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.